discretion is advised.
Happy Monday. You're listening and or watching PWNCAST. This is episode 170. We are in patch 7.2.5. Tonight we're going to be talking about all the various news around Azeroth, which does include another pretty long-term key member of Blizzard exiting stage left this last week. An interesting reason for him leaving. We have that and much, much more, so make sure you guys stay right here.
You have crossed into the world of the dead in search of answers.
Amongst the Azeroth elite, there is a group that defies convention. A group that stands in the face of trolls and doesn't flinch. A group that strives on unity, trust, and unwavering resolve. A group that eats tacos. For the players, by the players, we bring you. She can start a revolt with a Chaos Bolt, Bell, the PWNCAST Vanguard. Snap back and get faster for the pet battle Grandmaster, Gemma Banks. He's sharp as a dagger with that dapper swagger, Secret Sauce. With holy might as strong as his ancient knowledge, Remedies, the Argent Loremaster. We bow to no one. We are Legion. We are PWNCAST.
Guys, I don't know if I should unmute them. They've been kind of ornery pre-show. Like, all three of these guys have been super ornery pre-show. So I don't really know, like, if I'm hip to, like, unmute them. I guess I should. Maybe. Audience vote? Question mark? No audience? I don't see anybody raising their hands, guys. I guess they don't. Oh, you guys are. Okay, got it. All right, I'll unmute you.
Thank you.
Like the doctor was saying to me, Gemma Banks, Preparation H should go
You could buy that at any grocery store.
Alligators are so ornery because they've got all
ornery, huh?
And no toothbrush.
Oh, don't make fun of him. He's Canadian. He can't help it.
It's no problem, eh?
But he can say all the Pokemon people names. Like, anything Pokemon related, he can say it.
Got my Articuno and Lugia. Yes.
I thought we were talking about World of Warcraft, not something else.
I'm just saying, like, he can speak right.
I mean, I'm
when
just
he
saying,
needs
like,
to.
we used to get in trouble for saying that word on the show.
I just wanted to call him out for his pronunciation. I feel like it's important for people to see.
You're important.
I am. Thank you.
You are.
Thank you. Guys, I'm glad you're here. I missed you all this week.
Good.
Yeah.
We
I missed last week.
well.
It was cool.
Yeah,
How you healing?
Somebody was savage on the YouTube channel, Secret. They were like, oh, look, Secret
they
missed again. Shocking.
Oh, I saw
Yes.
Yeah,
It
that
was
guy was
great.
savage. I loved it, though. I was like, well, you're not wrong.
Yeah, they right.
She better have been cute.
He better have been cute too.
I am not going to judge. So, guys, I did bring the Riders of Rohan with me. I did bring the Monk who gave a blowy in exchange for his legendary drop this week.
Ooh,
Gemma
that's
Banks.
cute.
How
long did you go for?
I didn't do that. She's. No, I don't even know how to respond to that. I got a legendary.
I just want to point out that you have no proof that you didn't. So, proof
Truth.
isn't, like, proof on
It's not in your pudding.
But isn't, like, the defense responsible for producing proof
I
of
was
said
trying to-
accusation?
I was just thinking of how to answer that. There's no correct way to answer that. It's all wrong.
Either
but,
way, you're blowing people.
You're giving the fans incorrect information. If you're referring to me donating gear to clear my karma,
Freudian slip. Oh my!
I got my first.
You donated
DPS
some girls, huh?
legendary,
Damn. I guess that's legal in Canada.
That was such a best.
It was a chest legendary, and it was,
I have to cover my mouth
DPS.
because my laugh was totally crooked.
It hurts too hard, right?
No, my laugh was really crooked. I could feel my muscle like not doing what it was supposed to.
I am happy to be here. Thank you for asking.
So now that we know you've supplied Blizzard developers with girls for your legendary, which legendary did you get?
I got the chest, which actually looks stupid because it mentions crackling jade lightning, and I'm like, I don't do that as a monk, but you do with this legendary, so or as a DPS monk, right? So
What does it do though?
So it stacks as I DPS. It gains so many stacks, and then the stacks just increases the damage from crackling jade lightning. So it's huge, yeah.
Nice.
Started
So
reading.
you
my
just build up
DPS
stacks,
ability.
and then like at the end of that, but pew pew.
Yeah, you just pew pew. It actually works good too. Like if the stupid raid boss is one of those ones that make the melee run away, I can still kind of get it from a distance. So
Interesting.
Yum.
I was
Get it from the
happy, yeah.
distance.
I just need a second one now, so I have two.
We all need to.
Right.
2 of everything is better than 1.
You right about that.
For sure.
Have to be under 5'5".
I did also bring the priest who should have given a blowy because he didn't get a trinket out of all the Mythic Pluses he ran this week. So, Secret, maybe you should take a cue from Jimma.
No.
No? You're not about that life?
And it's funny, too, because that trinket that I need from Black or Cold, or let me rephrase it, I would like, it was actually a daily, like, mission, but I didn't log in at all that week. So...
Oh, it was a world quest, you mean? Oh,
you run Black or Cold and you get the stupid-ass trinket? Yeah, and one of my friends got, like, a 940, like, Mythic Titan Forged, and...
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to punch her. And
Why? People need to just be happy for.
And she vendored it to top it off. Feels you.
Oh,
She took a
that
picture of it.
hurts. Yeah.
Well, she didn't need it, so.
That would hurt my feelings. She should just keep it just like in memory of you.
Oh yeah, they text me and sent me pictures, and
You have nice people that you run with. That's something I would do actually.
it sure is.
Well,
I'll mail you the chaos crystal.
Thanks. So I could add it to my 900.
I did also bring the paladin who has decided to stop maybe like alt hopping perhaps. Maybe you're going to stick with your alt shaman. Is that...
No, but I'm just getting enhanced in my shaman gameplay.
I'm not saying that stupid pun. That was not happening. I know you thought I was going to say that, and it was really cute that you thought that was going to fly, but that's totally not happening. I love him and his puns, guys, but I can't be a party to those puns because...
It's elemental.
Him and my husband sit at the dinner table and have pun wars. Like, that's legit what they do. It's embarrassing. As a person who doesn't pun very well. Anyway.
Sounds like good table talk.
Sounds like you're trying to hex my puns.
But I did appreciate that you got to do some priest stuff this week, didn't you?
You know, I did the priest with Mythic 9 and 10, I believe.
Nice.
So that was the first time I was actually able to do a high-end Mythic in probably a month.
I was severely medicated and I was in a great mood. I literally didn't give a shit. Like, we wiped on Cathedral 9 like 12 times and I'm like, it's okay, we can keep
Cathedral's
wiping.
like, that place sucks though.
Out, and Belle here is like, oh, it's fine, guys.
Yeah, I'm like, we're going to be okay.
I'm like,
was she healing or DPSing?
It's sad because I don't have my meds anymore. Like, I ran out, so it's back to grumpy bitch Belle.
No,
wipe, so.
That one, she was the Warlock because, yeah.
I was healing, I think, on...
No, when I was on the Priest, you're on the Warlock.
Oh, yeah. We was getting that. We were getting it, guys.
I knew pre-show was different. You didn't seem as happy. You said you're out of the meds.
Yeah, I'm out of the meds. I could get a refill, but it's a narcotic. I probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
Just in case. You might have like a bad day.
Just in case I need extras. Okay, so the World Quest bonus event, by the time you guys listen or watch, will be up. So make sure you guys get that because it's easy money. Like, you do the world, you do the World Quest anyway, so go in there and get it done. Make it happen. And you could do it on all of your alts, lickety-split. Who even says lickety-split anymore? I feel like it's a word.
B Rabbit did in 8 Mile.
He really did say it in 8 Mile. Good call.
You welcome.
PvP Brawl this week. Arathi Blizzard. Yes.
Oh, I love that place. I'll actually be in that.
That's my favorite one, too. I'm happy.
I'm going to be all up in that Kool-Aid.
Agreed. I will be taking part in that one as well. That is one of on the list of my favorites. So... hopefully
Will you be able to find Lumber Mill this time?
I was just going to say that, you son of a...
So you won't be able to find the road.
I got lost 3 times in Raid tonight, and one of them I jumped off the thing and, like, died, and it was really embarrassing.
Okay, Jimmy Banks.
Because I had to ask for somebody to, like, summon me.
Navigate you?
We have another Warlock, Slick Rick. I had to ask him for a summons because I, like, fell off the... Yeah.
Is he, in fact, Slick?
I mean, I don't know.
And is his name Rick?
Maybe?
It's a good name. I like it.
Yeah. Great rapper.
Exorcist got the Mythic second, so the world's second Mythic kill.
Oh, finally.
Yeah.
Fuck. I guess I still have a chance for third, huh?
Yeah, and it took them, there was a big gap between them and Method. And I don't got to tell you guys, like, I was really proud of Method's gameplay. It was solid across the board. We're not going to talk about the tournament that happened this weekend regarding Method just getting their teeth kicked.
Shit person.
We should talk about that.
Talk about that.
Wasn't it their own as well?
Yeah, it was. It's really embarrassing.
So wait, you said like roughly how many days? Like another week?
Yeah,
from
it was like a week
the
in
second
between.
kill. Dang, that is quite the difference.
And that was with nerfs, right? So the Sko and a couple others were interviewed for a video for their Kill Jaden kill and to like talk about, I guess there was undocumented nerfs that happened to Avatar and Kill Jaden. We knew some of the nerfs that happened because it had been posted, but I guess there was undocumented changes that they found.
Like illegal changes?
No, I just think
I mean,
it was
undocumented, you know.
Wow, that was racist.
What's that?
Not
That was
really.
very racist. That was actually quite funny, but I just didn't. The joke didn't really resonate with me, really. So Christy Golden announced that she's working on another Warcraft novel. Now, the funny thing is like there was shock, like, oh my god, she's working on a Warcraft novel. Really? Because she works for Blizzard now. Are we really? What did they think they hired her for? To be the fucking pole dancer in the lobby? Like, what did they think her purpose there was?
Why
Do
not?
they have those?
Like, that is her. That's what she's doing there, is to write these books for Blizzard. So I did find that very comical that it was a surprise. Like, surprise! Guess what? A writer who we hired is writing. But not much information outside of that.
Go give me coffee.
I know, right? To that end, the World of Warcraft Travelers book number 2, which is the Spiral Path, pre-orders are open, and they will be releasing that in February. So remember, we've got that, and then we've got Chronicles Volume 2, or 3, excuse me, that will be released in March. So buy them for your kids, buy them for yourself. I'm not going to judge you if you buy kids' books, because, you know, Rem buys
Reading
kids'
is
clothes.
fundamental.
So that's totally okay. I don't know what you do in your spare time, Rem. I'm trying not to judge you.
I'm pretty sure you knew.
He works in his spare time, so
He eats and Snapchats in his spare time.
I
You're
haven't
right.
Snapchat in a while.
Can you confirm or deny remedies? Is that all you do?
Deny.
He's
You
a foodie
cannot
like me.
Deny
We need our
no
food.
more.
mm-hmm.
So
Valid.
Russell Brower, who is the senior audio guy, he's the senior audio director and he's a composer. What's interesting about this is his position was eliminated, right? So this wasn't like I'm going off to greener pastures. This was, hi, by the way, my position was completely eliminated. Now,
Is he like the guy from Office Space?
right. So it was eliminated as part of a successful sound decentralization initiative. I'm going to be really honest. I don't know what the fuck any of that means.
Sounds like a lot of words.
I even Googled
Word.
decentralization to make sure I understood the definition, because I'm like, what the fuck are you even trying to say? So if anybody else knows what this means, feel free. But my assumption here is they're doing one of two things. So spreading the love around to other parts of the department and maybe not having a director there, and maybe they're having another kind of manager that floats around to different departments to make sure the stuff gets done. Not 100% sure on that. Or they've begun outsourcing, which is a big possibility. I don't know the inner workings of Blizzard, so I'm not 100% sure on that. But I think
I know their GMs are, outsourced. Some.
Yeah,
Most big games are too. I should know.
It could just be they didn't want, the higher up you are and the longer you've been there, the more expensive you are on their payroll. So when they do
Yep.
position absorptions like that, it's typically because they don't want to pay you anymore. And I'm not like calling out Blizzard. Blizzard's a business, guys. They're
No,
not there
it's
to be your
reality.
friend.
That's all it really comes down to.
Yeah, they're not there to be your bestie. They're your friend. It's a terrible thing. He did say that it's likely he will be doing some freelance work, in that regard for the audio and stuff like that. And it is a sad thing. However, at the end of the day, sometimes companies have to go through and trim the fat. It's possible that they have somebody else who can fill that role that can just float around and do that. Or, like I said, I don't know what sound decentralization initiative means. It sounds like board members, the heads of the company blowing smoke up board members' asses. I don't really know.
It sounds like a lamer version of Avengers Assemble. So
Yeah, I don't speak freaky deaky corporate. Like, I have a corporate job, and when they start talking all corporate-y on our monthly huddles, I'm just like, I'm in a Netflix during the call because I don't understand anything you're fucking saying. And the vice president of my company always says the word initiative when they're talking about things, and I'm like, it's not an initiative. You're just doing stuff. Like, quit calling it initiative. You're really, that and Game Changers, the two most overused things in a business.
What? Oh, in a business. Okay.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to cough in your guys' ear. But
No, you good.
So I did, whenever we have somebody that leaves Blizzard, I always look at the forums and I always see kind of what the community's response is. Every time we have one of these guys that goes, there's a huge outpouring of people freaking out. Oh my God, I can't believe it. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Blizzard sucks. All the good people are leaving. Guys, some of these people work there for a really long time. Sometimes it's good to get some new blood. Sometimes it's good to move things around, shake things up a little. Like, it's not that.
Because eventually we're gonna have bad blood.
And then people were very angry, and it reminded me of the thing we were talking about the other day, Rem the Cracker Barrel, where they were mad that they fired Brad's wife.
So that was like a year old, and then you just found it.
Well, because I was in the potty, and it came across my feed.
Hey, Belle, what was that thing called that they're doing at Blizzard?
They're doing a sound decentralization initiative. I googled that. I didn't find anything except the article that I read about it. I didn't find literally anything about
That sounds like a bunch of bullshit.
That's what I'm saying. I'm a relatively smart individual, and I typically understand when you put a bunch of like random non-used words every day together. Like, I'm pretty good about that, but I just didn't. I don't understand, and it has to be Blizzard lingo. I'm assuming, but it sounds like we just didn't want to pay you. And instead of just saying we didn't want to pay you, they had a successful sound decentralization initiative. That's going to be the fucking title for the show, because that is just, I'm going to use that in a sentence on my work call on Wednesday and see if anybody on the work call notices that I use that bullshit in a sentence. To that end, tomorrow begins I believe it's a week-long, the Invitational, the Mythic Dungeon Invitational. So I wanted to give you guys a little bit more information in case you don't know what that means. So basically from now until August 11th at 3 p.m. PDT time, basically what's going to happen is you have to do these dungeons. Oh, it's a 2-week period. So you have to do these dungeons with your team. They're going to be basically judging across the 5 dungeons in which teams achieve the highest keystone level at the lowest time. So what happens is there's a form that's on World of Warcraft's website. So by August 11th at 3 p.m. you have to submit the stuff you need for that form. I'm assuming they pull data.
Of course, yeah.
And then they're going to pick the teams that are going to be going head-to-head for this invitational. Remember, there's $100,000 split between this,
nice.
The team at stake here.
Really quick, I'm looking through the facts, and it says, for example, you can't submit a 22 Halls of Valor and a 21 Halls of Valor. I'm like, well, I've never even seen the 15. I mean, why are they talking about 22?
I haven't even seen an 11 Halls of Valor. Like, yeah, there's people that are like on a whole other level. Like, these guys are really on a whole other level.
The best I've done is a 16, and that was
I'd like to
AIDS.
see our guildies. Like, we had guildies tonight that were running a plus 17. I would really like to see these guys. I think it was Milk,
probably
Astos,
Cash.
No, Cash was running with.
Oh, really?
Cash has been on his rogue, but I would. I mean, some of these guys, they're like top notch. I'd really, Elrod. I'd really like to be able to see these guys in a run making it happen.
I work too much
for Azeroth for sure.
Me
But
too.
if there's something you want to do, make sure you go to World of Warcraft's website and just check it out. I mean, if you're on that higher end level, now's the time to stop bragging about it in your pugs and do something about it and show the world that you guys
Can you walk the walk?
got the beat.
Make sure you have that big D DPS.
Triforce of big.
Well, Secret likes a lot of big D, so
All day.
yeah, make sure you really
Come to my front door.
with it whipped out. Essentially, it might be
fine.
You might get arrested for indecent exposure, but what's a little jail time among friends, guys? Don't make this
Yeah.
weird. So I want to talk to you guys about this demon hunter that solos everything. It's a little annoying, right? I'm like kind of sick of your shit. I need you to just go away. He is.
But that's like when the DK was doing it
He's
in the past.
vengeance. He did a Warden's plus 17 solo.
Gross.
What?
I watched it.
Plus
Took forever.
17 solo.
Solo?
Obviously,
Solo
he
dolo.
didn't beat the timer.
So,
Yeah, they did. Yeah, his own timer.
Yeah, but he completed the dungeon, which is what's important here. But he didn't
Right.
beat the timer.
course not.
Meon. I don't
Still
really know
gets
how to
his
say his
best at
name.
the end of the week.
But this demon hunter, it was sanguine, volcanic, and fortified.
Mm-hmm. Which is all gross.
How long did
all-
that take him?
2
Plus
plus
17.
hours, 4 hours, something like that.
That is crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah,
People
4
say
hours.
100s aren't good tanks.
For 4 hours.
Yeah, but did you watch the video, Belle?
So 4 hours just on the first mini boss. Another around 4 hours for clearing to Cordania. a few wipes here, and then the first second was another 4 hours. So you're talking about a really long time that he did this.
12-hour shifts.
He tested several different strategies and legendary gear combos to find the best one, which I think really is the key here. I appreciate that he has that technical knowledge to be able to just...
And have all the gear, I mean...
And swap out at his leisure to just really find the best strategy. And that's really, to me, it's not so much that a Demon Hunter soloed, it's that somebody took the time to figure out how to do that. And to me, that kind of puts you on a different level. Some people had commented and were like, so? Well, did you do that? Because I don't see you do that shit. I don't see you sitting on your couch eating fucking popcorn watching Netflix. I don't see you in here on a plus 17 on a damn Demon Hunter. So, although Vengeance is a little OP, they're getting a slight nerf. We're going to talk about that later. A slight damage nerf, which it's not going to really... They're fucking...
It's not going to matter.
Every Demon Hunter I see is like amazing, so I don't.
Well, it's like every expansion has someone that's able to solo it, and half of the people are like, "Oh, okay, what's the point?" And then other people are able to, what's the word? Accept, but show appreciation for it because they understand. Like,
it's interesting to watch and follow and to appreciate what they're doing, really, because I just think that shows that you really are on a different level of understanding the game on its most difficult technical, stuff when it comes to number crunching and just really understanding and having that inherent knowledge that some of us don't have. I have to be told some stuff.
Did he use Fighter Chow? I'm assuming.
I don't really know. I don't
know. I don't remember all that.
It wasn't important enough for me to watch the video. I wanted to make note of it in case anybody hadn't seen it. Go, Icy Veins covered it, so make sure you go to Icy Veins' website and check it out. I feel like Jimmy could do that on his monk.
No, not even close.
What's the highest Mythic Plus you could solo on your monk?
None.
On Brewmaster?
I haven't really done any tanking, so I don't think I'd be able to do any of them, to be honest.
What about in Miss Pandaria? Just kidding. It's okay, I can't do it either.
No, they're broken during mob.
2 new factions are coming in 7.3, which I think we figured that was going to be a thing. Since we are going to Argus, it would be...
I'm race changing.
It would be stupid.
The new faction.
Well, not those kind of factions, but but they are 2 new factions. I can't say this word, Rem.
Try it.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's say the English.
Argusian? I don't know.
Perfect.
Argusian?
I mean, I haven't been going through that, but I would say Argusian because, Russian, Argusian.
Oh, check you out.
Argusian Reach? I don't know how to say it, guys.
Halo Reach? What?
There's going to be mounts. So there's...
I love mounts.
7 new various colored Talbook mounts, which... Fucking A, Blizzard. Really? Talbook mounts? That's what you're giving us? Really?
Hey, it's better than the multicolored boars.
You right.
I'd rather have a Talbook than a boar.
Talbooks,
then again,
really? Is it because Argus is Draenei?
Yeah,
is that why?
exactly.
Yeah, that's the reason. But we had plenty of the free colors and remodels.
Yeah, wasn't it like 8 colors?
In Draenor, we had tons of it. Like there was like 3 or 4 different ones in Draenor too. So
yeah.
I get it. It's like I'm not trying to be.
they're going to be different because it's all fell infused, but at the same time, it's just a Talbook.
But it's something you unlock them at Revered, which is fine. Like I'm not gonna. It's free mounts for people to get towards their mount achievement. So at the end of the day, I guess we can't really cry too much about it. I repeated myself twice in my notes, guys. I'm really.
It's cool. We ain't even mad at you.
Most of the rep gains are going to come from World Quests, by the way, for this new specific faction here.
Okay.
Army of the Light is another one. I don't have a lot of information about this because stuff is still being data mined about this specific faction. I can tell you that this will be on the Emissary rotation. I didn't see that the other faction is on the Emissary rotation, which I thought was kind of interesting. And they're still developing the rewards for the Emissary caches that come with that. Not much info on it yet, but... Maybe Rem can tell us who the fuck the Army of the Light is.
Who's the Army of the Light?
I don't know.
You're gonna tell us.
No, well, I can explain it at a different time. But Army of the Light in a quick spoke is
Just scratch yourself. I saw the camera picks up everything, Rem.
My leg.
Sure.
That's cool. He'll scratch my hand.
But no, so the Army of the Light is the Army of the Light. It's the Naru, it's Cerealia, it's The armies of the light. I mean, it says it's.
Hey, you didn't know that, Bell?
Yeah, duh.
But what I am assuming is that new. I
When
don't know
they
if
took
you
Timmy
guys-
out, I lost some of my brain particles, right? Some of that
That's
stuff is...
It just oozed out.
But no, I'm assuming because have you guys seen that light golem, the light forge golem looking thing?
Yeah.
So they name changed it, or not name changed it. They switched the name because there's a placeholder to Light Forge Warframe, and so there's a couple of those running around in the army. So I'm assuming that's going to be part of that faction.
It might be a Paragon. It might be the mount for the Paragon.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes a lot of
I
sense.
would farm for that. Speaking of, I still don't have my warden costume.
I don't either. Don't feel bad. I don't have my lay woven carpet from the fan favorite either. And I do a lot of stuff to try to get that.
Wait,
Now
you
something what?
You get the lay woven from Stormheim?
Whatever the special one is from Saramar, the carpet.
That's not fan favorite Stormheim now though. So
No, it's not. Also, Armies of the
I would
Legion
rather go to
will be
Stormheim.
joining the emissary rotation in 7.3. Now, a lot of people, and I was talking about this with Softy before the show, and he was like, "Well, thanks. Now that we're all, exalted with Legion Fall, now you're going to drop it in emissary rotation." My assumption is that they wanted it to be difficult for people to go through that content initially, and then now with the new patch,
that's normally how it goes.
they'll drop it in rotation for the Paragon, so it's easier for you to be able to get Paragons for that. So I appreciate that. Yay, excited about that.
Yay.
There's 2 new mounts that I want to showcase. Now, for you gentlemen on the show, you're not going to be able to see it. You're going to have to look that crap up yourself because I do not
I'll go
have.
to DPS.
I'm looking up Army of the Light right now. Anyways, so
there's 2 new mounts. The first mount I want to show you guys, let me pull it up on my screen.
It is ugly.
This mount is creepy as fuck, okay? And it's 100% drop in Mythic Argus. And it's called the Shackist, or Shackist. Shackled. Hold on.
Shacked and a fool right
Back up.
there.
Let's try that again.
a shackle.
Fuck. It's called the Shackled Urzul. And let me show you what it looks like. This thing literally looks like... I don't even fucking know what's going on here. Those of you at home...
This thing looks terrible.
Like, it really looks like... I don't understand it.
It looks like what it sounds.
Have you guys
Yeah.
seen Nightmare on Elm Street? And it's the one where all the souls are popping out of his stomach. That's what it looks like. Which I don't dislike that because I really am a Freddy. I'm a Freddy fan. However, this looks fucking weird. I don't understand the situation that's happening here. I can't get it.
Drop Dead Fred.
Now, good movie. Now the next one is the Antorian Charhound. When we were on. We were gaming when I seen this. I borrowed this lovely GIF from Wowhead because I couldn't find it anywhere else, unfortunately. So this mount looks like the auction house, not the auction house, the store-bought flame horse looks like it had sex with a goat, and then that baby from that goat and the horse having sex then had sex with a cow and came up with this, and then that particular offspring then had sex with a bat. That is what the fuck is going on my screen right now. I don't know what this is, to be honest with you. I know it's Tomb of Sargeras. I get it's the Hounds. Like, I understand what it is, but this is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen. Ever. In
The
history.
ugliest?
It's really ugly, guys. Like,
Nah, I liked it. So I found one that's really legit. I would love to have that one.
Are you talking about the Dadgar one? Is she talking to us?
The Charhound, I'm sure, is something some of you might want, especially like the Demon Hunters. Me particularly.
Nah.
They're both ugly as fuck. Ugly. UGLY.
The magic.
You ain't got no alibi.
You ugly.
But
You ugly.
I always, when I talk shit, I always give a compliment. I do appreciate that they're thinking outside the box a little bit here, and I appreciate that they're not reskinning everything. So I'm going to give them the kudos for that. I do appreciate that. Some of you may love it, and I think that's great. If you love it, awesome. You're not going to see Belle running around like...
With a couple tweaks, it could be really, really cool.
The Hound maybe more so than that other fucking thing with 4 faces. Because that's just really weird.
Yeah.
As a mount, I could see it like it just is really weird as a mount. The Charhound just looks like various desert animals had sex together, and that was the offspring. Like, it looks like there's a lot of inbreeding happening, and then the face looks like a goat. It's just really weird. But If you guys love it, that's great. I think
I
it's
want
awesome.
it. I don't love it.
Hater to love it.
I don't love any of it. It really was not.
I mean,
Oh, this looks
I don't have any
cool.
desire to go get it, so unless
Wait,
it's like
this one
free.
looks awesome. The second one?
What's the second one called?
The second one is called the Antorian Charhound. So let me put it in the chat for you guys. So I want to know what you guys think about these mounts. You guys at home. Comments on the show, send me an email. Comments on the YouTube channel. Like, tell me what you think about these two mounts specifically. Is there one you like over the other? Will you be trying to get these mounts? Like, let me know what you guys are thinking there.
I would prefer the Shackled Urzul if it was a bunch of dad car faces on it.
I mean, this Gloomhound. I mean, I dig it. Or the Charhound, that one's cool too.
Mounts coming in 7.3, but there's a lot of ugly ones too. So
yeah, you're right.
They balance it really well with the ugly and the good.
Yeah.
The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Yeah, this purple one looks legit. Looks kind of like a gargoyle esque.
Yeah, it looks like something you conjure. So
yeah, it'd be perfect for like a warlock. I'm just saying,
conjuring.
I am a fancy warlock. I like all the death and dismay and skulls
and side boobs and all that stuff.
I'm kind of a higher end warlock where I like some things to be super like evil and deadly, but I want it to be like high class. Yeah, a little,
I get you.
Stuff.
I mean, your warlock looks like a concubine, but yeah.
I don't dress like that in real life, so I act out with my tunes.
I do that all the time with Secret.
Yeah, I don't dress that way. I have daughters. It's just not appropriate at my age.
I don't have that problem. I dress that way all the time.
What? Did you guys see that? That was a non-crooked smile. I was very excited about that. So moving on to other things. Jim, what did you have today? I don't know if there was much going on this week.
There's not. I just kind of wanted to say, I didn't join the show because I was the best in pet battles. I know the way I talk sometimes makes it sound like I'm the best. Like, don't get me wrong. I can kill your favorite YouTuber or whatever in a PvP pet battle. And I know it sounds like I know everything, but I clearly don't. And people who have listened to the show for a while, they're all agreeing. They're like, we know you don't know things, like you're wrong.
If you don't know, now you know.
Now you do know, right? So I just, I wanted to talk about just kind of why I was brought on the show. I know, Belle had a few people in mind, and I think some of those people said no, so she had to go to the next person. And there I was, right? I was writing some articles for the PDQ, getting some pet battle articles and videos out there. But it wasn't because I was the best, and again, I think I'm pretty good. It was more to probably encourage and motivate some of you to do pet battles. And maybe that's not even it, but I think that a little bit, I like to encourage people that don't want a pet battle to do some pet battles. And I'm not saying dedicate your life or take away from, your gearing of your main tune, but maybe just give it a try. I mean, there's a lot of good things you can do, and I know it seems overwhelming. I started the YouTube channel at first not because, I was all into pet battles. I did all kinds of Warcraft content, and the pet battles kind of grew on me. And what made me kind of just think about why I was brought on the show, I haven't been making YouTube content, and I'm not getting as many subscribers these days, obviously because of that. But I'm
me neither, boo boo. Me neither.
Right, and I don't know if you do. I really did struggle as I stopped making content because that's who I was and what I did. Right, so with 0 videos being uploaded in the last 6 months, and very lighter on the videos going into Legion. Right, I kind of struggled a lot, and I just had to remind myself and just remember, like, it's really just to bring the good word of pet battles or try to encourage people to do pet battles. So I do encourage you to, either get a couple more level 25s or get your first level 25, because you can and probably will start to enjoy it, and you'll be able to do some of the pet battle dungeons, or maybe you just need 3 max level pets so you can try out PvP pet battles. And, for all of our listeners, they already know that I'd help anyone out if they need any information. But yeah, it was really just quick good word to just say, I am very happy that I was asked to join the show. I know I'm not new or anything, and I do want to encourage a lot of you to try pet battles or look in the auction house to buy some cool looking ones and expand your collection. And if you don't, that's okay. You just keep doing what you're doing in game, and just give it a shot and see if you like it.
So I have an idea for you, Jimmy Banks.
What is your idea?
So
Remy?
you said you were straight up, oh, I'll kill your favorite YouTube streamer that does pet battles. Let's do that. Call someone out. Right?
Well, it was funny because when we first had Asmongold, I was still going through my I'm the nice guy phase or whatever, and he was on the show, and he's kind of like huge and famous, and I was like being nice, and he's like, oh, what are you going to use, a magical crawdad? And I was still like having a nice guy response, but like after the show, I'm like, that fucker. So anyways, I haven't, it's not in a bad way, like he's good, but he just was himself on the show, and just like Belle is, and it took me a while to just, be more of myself. And I guess that's a long answer for I'm not going to call anyone out, just because that'd be kind of weird. And imagine I called them out and lost, right? So I'm not scared.
That's life, man. I call out Belle all the time.
So I want to say two things.
Yeah.
In regards to your statement. One, you were not picked at random, and it was not because anybody said no. Just want to make sure you are aware of that.
Right.
I knew you were going to be on the show a month before you were.
Oh.
So.
Damn. She knew your life.
I'm just saying, like, typically when I know there's going to be an exodus from a cast member, my eyes start to look at those around me that are passionate about what we do and that are interested in conversating about that and just being a part of that. Typically when one cast member is exiting, because I would have already seen it in advance, I start to already look and kind of already have, there was only one time where it was I was not ready or prepared for it, and that was okay because we broke, in case of emergency, the bestie to bring him in here. So I typically...
Who's replacing me? I'm ready. Let's go. I want to know.
We're gonna promote
There's no
you to
replacement
the host.
for you. You're legendary, okay?
One of a kind.
But typically, I already know, and the show has suffered a lot of change, and we've lost viewers because of that change, and that just is what it is. If you lose viewers because one person leaves the show, it wasn't really the type of viewer I wanted anyway, to be honest. Like, I need a viewer that's going to get down with what we're doing and just go with us through, help us navigate through the, the kind of turbulent times. Like, it's just like any other show in real life. Like, shit happens, man. Like, but you were not chosen at random. You were not a last resort, and it was not because I didn't have anybody else available. Also, to that end, I also want to let you know, one thing that we are, there's two sides to this coin. One is the expectation we have of ourselves of being the go-to person for that specific thing. We have an expectation you have to know everything, all the things, all the time. And if we don't, at that expectation, we feel like we're not doing our job.
We're letting people down, we feel like.
Opposite side of that coin is people expect us to know everything about that thing all the time and are very surprised and shocked when we don't. I will forget more shit about World of Warcraft than I will ever remember.
Right.
And there are some things that we talked about in depth on the show that completely fucking escapes my mind at the time when I need to explain it to somebody, or when somebody asks me about it. It's like, and then I'll forget how to do easy shit in game because I was so focused on the in-depth stuff that we needed to know for news, or
knowing how to farm,
or my video guides. Guys, I tell you, I tried to farm the tillers earlier, man. I got attacked by a fucking turnip. I had flies on my watermelon. That shit was all bad. It was just
I've had guildies now that I've been hanging out with more guildies, and when I ask a question and they're like, don't you listen to Belle on the show, or don't you want, like, you're on the show?
I don't listen to shit she says.
It's a two-way street with Belle. We don't listen to her and she doesn't listen to us.
But I forget more things than I will ever remember. But also I want to let you guys know that even though I don't pay attention during your segments a lot of the times,
we know.
It's like what's that word when somebody, like, a subliminal message? There will be times when something will trigger something you guys talked about, and I'll be like, oh yeah, they went, like, when Jim is talking about a pet, I'll be like, oh yeah, he talked or whatever. But we don't always know everything. There's so much stuff to cover that it's physically impossible. Now, you would be embarrassed if it was something like you should know, then that should be like
telling everyone they can't search, or Blizzard.
Well, I don't really know that that's something you would have ever needed to.
I know, but I was very happy when I found that out. You've always been the pet guy,
and you have add-ons for that tells you what pets you don't have, and like all those kinds of things.
Yeah,
so I
that's
don't know
true.
that there would have been a precedence for you to really use that.
It just bothers. But the show's been really good for me in that sense, where I've been able to push the YouTube aside and be okay with being like playing less WoW
I
and
had to
still
do that
having
with
the enjoyment?
PDQ, so I totally
Yeah.
like I had to just decide what was priority, and
And it hurt, I'm
I
sure.
haven't
for
done
you
as
to
many
do that.
guide videos because real life kind of kicked me in the ass. But don't you
Yeah.
worry, because
We can see it.
the comeback is happening. But sometimes
Right.
you just have to take a step back and just realize reprioritize what you're doing. But I just
Yeah.
wanted to respond to you on that because I felt like you were feeling some type of way, and I just needed you to know that.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
sometimes
it.
we put unrealistic expectations on us as content creators, and we just need to be okay with just sometimes we're not going to know it. It just sometimes
Right.
Rem is like, I don't know. I need to look it up because I don't know.
Which the first time I heard him say that blew my
I know.
mind.
It doesn't happen often, guys. I just want you to know, like, he
The way
pretty
he
much
talks, it sounds like he knows everything.
It's because you're having no pokey today. That's why.
all the time. Well,
Actually,
I
I
thought that was
did
a
have to
very
today.
lovely little side
Thank you.
note.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you to you guys. You brought you brought it to the mainstream, right? So I appreciate that.
Shout out to Hero, aka Ewok, who sent the family pizza because I was starving. I didn't make dinner because it's show night. And I was literally dying right before the show.
That's
And
when
then-
you know you made it.
Yeah, pizza showed up at the door, which he spoils my children. He sends them styrofoam balls to throw at each other. He buys them during winter. He buys them like 25-pound bags of chocolate and sends it to them. Like he.
Oh yeah,
completely
he
spoils my
sends you all
children.
that chocolate.
He sent me a bag of dicks and glitter. He sent me a glitter bomb, and he sent me a dick
That was
trophy.
funny.
Like
Okay.
that's good business. But
Well, he
now
also sent you the Hoochie Kisses that a lot Binks ate more of.
he
so.
ate all of them. Like I only got maybe 10, and he ate all
That's
of them,
hilarious.
and then stuffed the wrappers underneath his pillow in his bedroom. That's what my youngest did with those. But shout out to him because I shoved 2 pieces of pizza down my freaking throat 5 minutes
look
before
like good
show.
pizza.
Is burning my mouth on the pizza, and now it's made me super tired because my belly like all hit my belly.
It's almost nap time.
It is almost nap time. So with that being said, Rem is going to be talking about Kul Tiras, which is interesting because he about Jaina specifically and seeing her in Kul Tiras and what her role is going to be moving forward. And I think he's going to explain her Dreadlord status, right?
Ooh.
I was going to speculate on
Ooh, I like speculating.
how it could actually be maybe not a Dreadlord, but the fact that she is
The Lich King.
a puppet of someone else. That would be interesting. But so because of all the not only leaks but all the hints of Kul Tiras being involved in the next expansion, it's inevitable that we're going to be going there. So I wanted to give a little backstory on the Proudmoors and Kul Tiras itself. There's not a lot that we actually know. Most of it is through old guides of like Warcraft 3 and vanilla and stuff like that. Excuse me. So Proudmoore family is the ruling family for Kul Tiras, and so Jaina Proudmoore is one of the only mages of that family like ever, and she's the strongest sorceress that's actually alive at the moment, next to Khadgar and the council. So the father of Jaina is Dalen Proudmoore. He is he was the gentleman. I don't know if you guys ever dealt with it, but so in Razor Hill, I think it's during Cataclysm, he attacks the shores right there, and you see a bunch of Kul Tiras Marines, and you defend them from attacking the Horde. And I can't remember the exact scenario, but there's like a wave coming, and they end up all dying, and we killed Dalen there. And he was pretty much a hero of the Second War. He was the Alliance fleet. They pledged their fleet to the Alliance, and they were pretty much pivotal to pushing back the Horde, because the Horde fleet was actually pretty extensive. If you go off the campaigns for Warcraft 2, and you go through that scenarios, and you see what they're kind of up against. So the Proudmoors are going to be Dalen, which is the head, which is no longer dead, or no longer, which he is dead. So you have Jaina, which is his daughter. Derek is his son. I believe Derek is dead, and then Tandrid is the person that is currently ruling Kul Tiras in his father's death. And that where it comes into play that Jaina is more than likely hiding out in Kul Tiras, getting them ready to combat something that maybe potentially that she saw a vision of the void. Maybe she has a sense of what's going on, because there's hints of her downfall in Elganoth in Emerald Nightmare, where he mentions her heart is a crater, we have filled it. That can imply Jaina because of Theramore. You have the travesty of that, but you also have Azeroth itself. You have the Maelstrom. And I'm thinking it's pushing more towards Jaina because of the issues going on with her and how she's completely GTFO'd and nowhere to be seen.
But she freaked out about the Horde. Don't you feel like maybe the next expansion might be Horde versus Alliance, where she just fucking loses her shit and tries to blow everybody up? No?
That wouldn't be Horde versus Alliance. It'll be similar to like Siege of Orgrimmar, where we join up against her if she goes insane. It could even be where we're attacking Kul Tiras because they're so secluded from us. She might be able to pretty much persuade them that we're the enemy. Again, this is all 100% theory. Like, I'm completely...
How big is Kul Tiras in relation to Azeroth's armies in that sense? So,
because they lost a lot of people from Theramore, you lost a lot of people during the fight on Draenor. Not Draenor, the Durotar. On Durotar. And and then you have the losses from the Second War during the fight with the Horde. So they, like I said, they were the fleet. They were the Alliance fleet. So their power is going to be extensive. They've had many years to grow in power, but in terms of morale and their army, it'll be population. Yeah. Again, they've had.
I mean, to a degree.
But I would, because based on the maps of need to pull up the old map. There was a map of Kul Tiras in one of the old player guides, and it's about the size of what is it? There it is. It's about the size of Gilneas City. The whole island.
That's actually pretty big.
Is that enough to take on Azeroth though? Like
No. I mean, if Jaina's in league with N'Zoth, then it could be pretty formidable. But Kul Tiras is supposed to be where Tol Barad is right now, and so we're gonna fight Kul Tiras. Like, Stormwind's here, Tol Barad's like right there. Kul Tiras is out in the South Seas somewhere, and so that will bring in play the pirates down there.
Which they've been talking about a South Sea expansion in the Reddit forums for fuck as long as I can remember.
Yeah. There's actually, I can't remember where it was, I'll have to find it, but on Reddit there's a page for it looked authentic in terms of the depth of the information that was on there. It's talking about South Seas, the playable stones and Nagas and all that, yeah. And it was actually, I think it was posted by someone that
they claim to be an ex-employee.
It was that, but they also have done leaks in the past that were dead on, except for a couple points. So it'll be interesting. But so you know, Kul Tiras was started out as a merchant island, and they were brought to the Alliance because of their merchants, their power of wealth, and their fleets, and they were a pivotal part of the downfall of the Horde. And yeah,
I dig it.
I feel like people are going to
think it's gonna be good.
Annoyed at the Yaz at some point. They're going to be
like, someone's gonna make a meme of one of you guys doing it.
Why do these idiots doing Yaz every 5 seconds?
No, it's just after every segment.
I've been doing it too, so.
So funny.
I did it to my husband the other day, and he was like, "What does that
mean?"
even mean?" And I'm like, "I don't know."
and shout out to anyone that has Kul Tiras tabards.
Shout out to you.
How can people have Kul Tiras tabards? Fuck, can I even English? How can people have those tabards if it hasn't? I don't understand.
Because it's Theramore tabard.
Oh.
Yep.
It's not the same nation colors, but it's the anchor.
Yeah.
And I have that part of my warrior set, so. But he's a night elf, so it doesn't count.
That was lovely. I really appreciate that information. I am pretty interested in that whole Kul Tiras thing. I do wonder what role Jane is going to play, and I would like to finally kill her because that sadistic bitch needs to die. So,
Oh yeah.
like, it's time, guys.
Get her.
Let's quit putting off the inevitable. I know that she gives it up to everyone, so we let her live. I would let the easy chick live too, but
It's like 3 people, okay?
yeah, it's time to let her go. So, guys, in the interest of full excitement, I've been doing Kickstarter stuff all week. All I have left to order are the t-shirts. But I have been ordering things and doing the graphics and making sure everything is perfect so that I can start mailing. I'm going to start shipping all the backer stuff next month. But I got this promo for stickers. So I was like, okay, I'll get some random stickers. I got
That's so cool.
Those are so legit.
headphone-shaped stickers, and I just wanted to share because I was really excited. Like, I have 50 of them, so obviously I'm going to be bringing them to DitchCon. But, yeah, I was like, holy crap, it's in the shape of a freaking headphone. So, yeah, I was really excited. This is going to be stuck. I'm going to put them on Bertha. I'm going to stick them.
I was just going to ask, because you said I can have one. And
yes, I have.
that.
Obviously, you guys can have several.
Can I get one for
you're
Roxanne,
putting
though?
stickers on Bertha?
Yeah,
What
she's
about-
got, like, I have the Starship Enterprise plate from, like, what's on, it's inside the Enterprise. I have the plate on Bertha. I have Tetris.
I was gonna say because you usually only put magnets, so
Yeah, I have tons of stuff on Bertha, so I love those.
It's like
magnets.
tattoos for computers.
Yeah, but I'm really excited. I'll probably put these stickers all over Bertha when I swap out the fans for the new colors. So I'm redoing, giving Bertha a facelift. She's getting purple LED.
We already assumed that. There's no way around that.
Well, Amazon's got a really great deal on Corsair LED fans. They're $20 for 2, and I need 4. So, like, it's a killer deal. You really can't say no to that. So
and also she can't have red with Roxanne in the picture now.
Well, I really need purple because that's my thing, right? Purple's like my deal. The red, obviously, is not my thing. So
You mean green, right?
now I just need to figure out, like, yeah, I just have to.
How
order those.
many stickers to throw on her?
Yeah, so I'm going to just put a ton of stickers everywhere. PWNCAST stickers are going to be all over the place. I gave one to my son, and he thought it was the greatest thing in the world. He has no idea what it is, but he was like, stickers! He ran downstairs really excited. He was like, Mommy gave me stickers.
I didn't even have to go potty.
Yeah, he didn't, probably. So, I don't have anything for Bell's Bites this week. The only reason being is because this week, normally, like, everything I do pretty much revolves around the show and me, all those things. This week, because I had the time off from work, I just did me in game. And I, like,
It's so fun to do
did
that.
all my alt stuff. I'm leveling a rogue from itty bitty all the way up so that I can just be kind of in the older content and just kind of remember how that feels. Like,
And learn how to play rogue.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's not that difficult. It really isn't that difficult to play rogue at all.
I mean, I'm ready.
It's really not that complicated. But I will tell you that part of the reason I am playing a rogue is so that I can counter you for our match. So, FYI, that is part of the reason I am playing a rogue.
You want to go rogue versus rogue?
Did you?
No,
did you
no,
pick a-
because
did you
I'm going
pick
to
a
play
date
him
yet?
on my warlock, but
Oh,
in
you're
order
just
to be
gonna
able to
run.
kill a class, you have to be able
Right.
to understand it. So I am doing preliminary research for our event, and I won't even lie about that because I don't got to lie about that kind of stuff. Because
Cheap shot,
Did,
Garou.
did you figure out the date yet?
Kidney shot.
no, I
Good.
have not figured out the date yet, but
You two sound like a couple with commitment issues.
no,
Can't
we
set
should
a
be.
date.
We should. I want to have time to prep for it, like video wise, like to promote and do all that stuff prior to that. But Timmy kind of.
Right.
That's fine.
Yeah, we had to evict.
Don't
Timmy.
worry, I'll
But I'm
wait.
not scared. Like, somebody messaged me the other day and was like, "So are you scared to duel secret?" I'm like, "No." Here's the thing: I'm not afraid of an ass whooping, guys. Like, I don't fear no ass whooping at all. I'm also not afraid to give an ass whooping. So, however this brings
Ooh.
out and comes to light,
Right.
like by the end of the fight, me and Secret are going to be dirty. Like, that's just the end of, like, that's the way it's going to be. Like, we're both going to be dirty. It is what it is. So.
Don't worry, baby. I'm not gonna wrap up. It's gonna be
So,
quick and painless.
with that being
Nah,
said,
Naga.
I had 2 rants that I wanted to talk about for Bell's
Oh,
Bites
snap.
instead. Okay, so
One's a comment. Did
well,
someone leave a comment?
So I did no. So I
Okay.
did. I also haven't checked the YouTube channel for comments. If I didn't respond last week, guys, I apologize. It's just because I was lazy. I have nothing to say except I was medicated and enjoying being medicated, and I was just
Norcos all day.
yeah, I literally Norcos all day. Like, not even gonna lie. So
Hilarious.
I did the auction house dance party, right?
Ooh, how'd
guys.
that go?
before we go into this conversation, I know the purpose of these little micro holidays is for fun, and it's just something for people to do, and you can choose to do it or not do it.
It's for the community.
All that stuff is great. So I take my little gnome, and I go into the auction house.
Why'd you take your gnome? Why'd you take your
lock? I was on Wreck and Bell at the time, so I just
okay, relax.
I was like, I'm just gonna go check it out and see what's going on in there. So what was kind of weird about this is, like, I assumed that I was gonna be able to, like, go in there and pick a dance, right? Or there would be some type of, like, interaction, like maybe a extra action bar of something to do while you're in there.
So
no. You just go in there and rely on other people on your server and hope they're enjoying themselves to go in there.
Fantastic.
Like, that was legit the extent. Like, I walked in there and there was, like, 4 people in there and one of them was a naked Tauren. And I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on in here. But, like, to me, I didn't really have a good time. I didn't understand it because there was no, like, no
instructions?
No interactions.
Nothing, yeah.
Like, we couldn't pick our dance that we wanted to do. Like, it just didn't make any sense to me because there was nothing to interact with except you ran in there and danced. Like, that's it.
I saw something hilarious about it, though.
What did you find?
On Twitter. So there's a picture of him in the party, and he's all like, the awkward moment when you're at the dance party, but you change it to porn when your wife walks in because you're embarrassed.
So people are having fun in there, you know, they're doing weird, you know, whatever, they're doing emotes and all that's cool. So I see all this stuff, and I'm irritated about this because I sat in there for like 30 minutes, and I just was like, I don't understand what's going on in here. Like, this just is not clicking to me because there's no interaction outside of, you know, we're interacting with other people. If you got some people that just don't give a shit that are in there, then it's not going to really be that fun. Obviously, you go with friends, and then it's a party no matter what you do. So I just thought maybe they missed the mark there. They had an opportunity to kind of make it where when you walked in there, you got an extra action bar, and maybe you could pick the dance or, you know, whatever.
Belle, I know the boys didn't ask you to dance.
No,
and
so
that
then
hurts your feelings.
Later on during the day, I'm irritated about this, right? And I told Rem, remind me to rant about this later because I'm going to rant about this because this is annoying me. Because that's what we do, guys, before people are like, why is Belle rant about something stupid? Because it's our show, and that's what we do. So later I see all these people tweeting, and everybody's so happy at this dance house auction party. Like, everybody is so excited, and they're tagging, they're, you know, hashtagging to all their guildies, and there's like weird shit, like a line of gnomes and a line of boomkins, and like there's all this stuff going on, and I'm like, well, what fucking server are all of you people on? Because that was not happening.
What one was it?
That was not
like,
like,
but I thought you were gonna say Moonguard.
It was several though. Like, there was like literally a wall of tweets of people that were just having the time of their life in this auction.
I've seen some of those on my Facebook.
There was more people in the screenshots compared to when you went, though. Yes,
and I was just like, what the fuck?
It's because our
that was
server's
happening when I was in there. There was
now.
a naked Tauren and some chick with a whip. Okay, I mean, that's normal everyday life in my world. Like, that's.
So picture the bigger servers of like actually like happening clubs, and you were at the club that has free entry.
Yeah, I was at in the low key neighborhood.
The high school Thursday night club.
Yeah, I was in the not good club. I was in a where we were not drinking free. I was in that club. So I was like, I was legitimately irritated that I would just like, my whole experience was kind of shit because nobody in the auction house wanted to do the fun things that was happening on Twitter. So what was going to be a rant is now a rant that people on my server sucked balls and nobody wanted to like have fun and do cool shit.
But you, as the hostess with the mostest,
I could have totally done something. I could have.
Yeah, you should have just grabbed the microphone. I mean, took over.
Last time I did that, it was all bad. But I could have. Now I know next time that maybe I could pre-plan something with the guild to really, you know, spice it up. I still think that they missed an opportunity there to allow for us to change the way. It would have been a good opportunity for us to be able to pick a dance instead of what our.
I was just going to ask you. So I know it's not the stanky leg, but what would you want to do dance-wise?
I don't know. My gnome twerks, so I'm pretty happy about that. But on Belle, she's got the white girl. She's got the basic pumpkin spice latte drinking white girl dance.
That's all they do.
I would just do maybe something that's not that. Anything that's not that.
Well, they also missed the mark on the fact that there was no music in there.
There wasn't?
And there was
no, there wasn't actually, now that I think about it. I don't know. I didn't hear any, but that doesn't mean there wasn't any.
I didn't do it. So.
Yeah, I was hunting legendaries. I didn't get a chance
Yeah,
to.
I do feel like they kind of missed the mark a little on that one, but it was for no other reason other than little entertainment, so it's nothing serious. I feel like I don't want them to waste their time on this crap anyway. I'd rather you just make work on the expansion or work on stuff that matters. But I appreciate these little things because I do think it's fun for people. Seeing the people on Twitter, I was legitimately like, wow, everybody else just having fun where I'm just sitting.
No
and
one
like,
asked you to dance.
Yeah, like, I was the only
do the
girl that
guilt
didn't
with
get
the
asked to dance at the auction house dance party. So
didn't create
then I
a
was
moon
mad because
card
I couldn't
character.
find how to buy stuff from the auction house. I was fucking pissed off, and I was like, fuck
Oh
this
my
shit.
gosh.
So I left. But
Mental note for next time, Dwarven District.
right now, my rant. Okay, I did LFR on several alts this week to try to proc a legendary drop and to get random gear. I was on my druid, and a thing happened. And when I say a thing happened, I squirreled on the last boss, and I didn't do a thing for the mechanic, and I died. Last boss, right? The whole run was perfect, then the last boss. So.
You got kicked from the group.
No, I didn't get kicked from the group. Me and like 4 other people were dead. I said, hey, can I get a res? Hey, any healer or anybody that has a res, if you don't mind resing me, that would be great. No response. People are leaving the group. It was really far, guys. You've been in Tomb of Sargeras. The shit's far. So I asked again, hey, can the 4 of us that are dead get a battle res? Not one fucking response. I private messaged a healer and was like, hey, do you mind giving me a res? Not one fucking response. Slowly but surely, one by one, started leaving the fucking instance group, and I was like, wow. Okay. One other person, a paladin healer, was standing there, just chilling, hanging out. I said, hey, since you're here, bud, can I get a res? Nope. Completely fucking ignores me and leaves the group, and here I am sitting all by my lonesome. Now, I know that if you don't loot the boss, it goes into your mailbox, right? So I leave. But I thought, how fucking rude that an entire LFR, not one person could take a second to battle res. Not one person.
It's like 8-9 seconds, by the way.
What I would have done was sit there and try to res you, and then as it's about to finish, cancel.
To me, that is the reason that I don't like doing things with people that I don't know.
With random people.
That is the reason that this community sometimes just really depresses me, because I thought, you couldn't take 2 fucking seconds out of your masturbation schedule to fucking res me? Seriously?
No, that's important.
Legit?
Tight schedule.
I'm resing myself.
It's a sticky situation.
Guys, if
okay?
you're one of these people in LFR and you see someone dead, fucking res them. Don't be a cocksucker. Seriously, guys. It's really, really bad to do that. It's bad juju. It's bad all the way around, and it makes people bitter as fuck. I walked out of this LFR, and I'm not shitting you. I walked downstairs, and I was ranting. I was so irritated.
Horse dark.
Guys, please don't be that guy in LFR. It's one thing if it's the person that died every single boss fight, right? If it's like one person that dies every single boss fight, and maybe you're not rezzing on principle. I get it. I only died one time in the run, and it was the end of the run, and it was a fucking accident, guys. I apologize.
Oh my god.
Is it a possibility they knew what you were going to say about the dance party and they just
maybe. But guys, it didn't just hurt my feelings. It made me lose faith.
ruined your day?
It made me lose faith that an entire group of LFR people could not one person could res. Legit.
Not LFR people.
I was about to say, that's your first mistake, expecting anything from the LFR people.
Incident number 2, running with randoms. I'm leveling the rogue. We're in
I know.
Zul'Farrak.
Oh god. It's easy.
Great guys. They were great. I had a very enjoyable run. The tank was super nice. He was like, I haven't been here, in many years, so if I get lost, just remind me. It was a great group. Super awesome. Well, when you turn in the quest, you have to run all the way back. I know that you can leave the instant, you can teleport out of the dungeon and teleport back in. I didn't want to do all that. I was enjoying the view as an older, I enjoy the view, especially because it's outdoors. It's pretty cool, so you can mount. So I'm running back. These guys go to queue. They want to queue for another dungeon, which is great. When you get people like that just want to re-queue before you leave, that's money, because that's your tank and your heals, and you boom, instant queue.
Yep.
So I put in the chat, hey, I just got to turn in my quest before we re-queue. So I decline, right, when they re-queued. I put in the chat to let them know. These very nice people, halfway to my quest givers, removed me from the group and thus booted me out of the dungeon.
Das
Instead of
Boot.
waiting 2 seconds for me, I was literally almost like, I'm almost there. I could almost touch the quest giver. They booted me, removed me from the group.
Screamed so loud, it was hilarious.
My feelings were so hurt that they couldn't wait 2 seconds for me to just get the quest. Like, let me turn in the quest so that I can get the experience from the quest.
Okay, so there's one thing that still bugs me about that. When you finish the dungeon and the last boss is dead, you can no longer vote kick. So that's what doesn't make sense about that.
I think I don't know, but it said you have been removed from the group.
Yeah, because they're
They're trying to queue.
No, they're queuing, and since you declined it, it kicks you automatically.
But it's like it said your group failed to queue at the bottom.
Yeah, you're the reason why they failed to queue,
Right.
so you get kicked.
But that doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, it does. That's exactly what happens. The
But
group leader started
two
it.
times they tried to queue. The first time I declined it, they
Oh,
tried to
fuck.
queue again. That's what I'm saying. Like it wasn't. I
I don't know.
I mean, I don't think.
I've done that. I've had that happen where I've gotten kicked just because I didn't queue. So.
But it wasn't like a vote kick thing, though.
No, I don't know.
No,
It
not at
just
all.
said you've been removed from the
couldn't be.
group. They tried. So the first time they tried it, I put it in chat and said, I declined and said, I just need you to give me a minute. I have to get to the quest giver. Then they did it again. They did it literally right after I declined it. They did it again, so I declined again. And it didn't happen right away. Like, I was running as that happened. I don't know how it happened. Maybe these guys weren't assholes. However, I was very angry. I was legitimately angry. It hurt my feelings, and I was very
You still sound angry right now.
No, because dealing with
Just saying.
people, it hurts my feelings. I don't like pugging and doing that kind of content anyway. So when I actually do it, I don't want you to be my best friend. I don't want you to hang out with me. Like, I'm not trying to, like, slide into your DM. I'm just trying to have a pleasant experience in my gaming and just be okay with that. Like, just be okay with that. So this was 2 times in a span of 24 hours where I was completely let down by my peers. Like, you guys let me down. You hurt my feelings. Y'all hurt my feelings. So this Bell's Bites is brought to you by please don't be a fucking dick and please love your fellow gamer. That's what this Bell's Bites is about. Those are the 2 takeaways from my very angry, frustrated, and I said very evil words that I don't normally say in the public, guys. I'm not even going to bleep them out. I'm not even going to bleep them out because this is me in my very raw anger. I'm Italian. It is what it is. So, what are the key takeaways from Bell's Bites this week?
Get
Don't
you some
anger.
more medication.
I was medicated even, which makes it worse.
Oh, that is way worse. And that's
Yeah.
I have a suggestion for anyone. If you have anyone that has a variation of the word Bell in the name, just leave the group.
Mm-hmm. Truth.
So, don't be a dick, guys. Love your fellow gamer and don't be a dick.
It happens, Belle.
It happened way too much for me this week, having
Yeah.
to do random content. It happened a lot, and I know it used to be like running this content before the days of the boosting, when you were forced to level. It wasn't always pleasant, but I don't remember it being this bad, in my opinion.
It never was this bad.
Yeah, I don't remember it. And this is just 2 incidents I chose to tell you about. There was a whole bunch this week where people were just like,
Douchebaggles.
shout out to the paladin who accused the rogue of pulling the first boss in LFR, and I have details, and detail says who pulls. So it was totally the paladin. It wasn't the rogue. He tried to vote kick the rogue in LFR, and the rogue was like, "What the fuck? I didn't even do anything." So the vote kick didn't pass, and the paladin was like, "You're a liar. You pulled the boss." And I was like, "Actually, dude, you pulled the boss because my add-on told me you pulled the boss." So this is kind of
pretty
embarrassing. Guess we should.
I have
keep
the one that tells who pops hero.
it's the same thing. Details.
Well, the
like
best
that.
part about that was the paladin started yelling at her. And someone else was like, "Dude."
Yeah, the paladin accused me of being friends with the rogue and lying for him. And I was
So
like,
this
what?
kid is 10?
Yeah, I was like, what? I'm sorry, who? I did what? I don't even know this guy. Like, literally, I just met this guy. I have no emotional attachment to him whatsoever. I was like, I'm not trying to co-sign. I have no dog in this fight, but you're wrong. You're accusing him of something that he didn't do, and you called him a liar, which is kind of, that's kind of crappy. So somebody else was like, yeah, I also have details, and it was you that pulled, so it's awkward.
It's the worst when people lie like that.
Well, what it is I looked at this guy, I looked at the paladin's gear. He was like 940, so...
Wow.
I don't know what you're doing in LFR. Maybe there's a purpose for it, but yeah,
Trying to get a legendary?
maybe. But he was that. Sometimes these guys have kind of a sense of entitlement in LFR, and they forget that some people, that's their first look at this raid, right? Rem's,
Part of it is also EPing, so.
well, and Rem's first look at the raid, I think, was LFR. Like, some people don't have time to raid regularly, so when they're going in, they might not know a mechanic. And I see people all the time that ask, hey, what do I do on this boss? And my favorite response is people are like, don't die. Wow, thanks. Yeah, it's fucking solid
I mean, that's
information.
my whole.
I tell people just DPS. That's it.
Yeah, but like,
You're not gonna die.
they die. People die. Okay, they die every day. So
People definitely do. I do see people write detailed things, but you're right. Most people are not going to respond or write a detailed thing.
just even a quick like, hey, just don't do this one thing, you know, or just do this one thing, or hey, you don't really need to be, you know, that concerned about it, but like, don't die. That's great advice. However, it is LFR, and I know it's not that serious, but some people maybe want to just know what to do, especially if they're in a healer role or if they're in a tank role, they might need help. And then when that same tank who
The tanks for sure.
when the same tank who doesn't know how where placement is for the boss doesn't get a response like when he's asking, then when he screws it up, the whole group is real quick to fucking lynch him because he didn't put the boss in the proper place or whatever. So,
I mean, I did 2 misregards on my paladin tank, and
you were perfect, right? Didn't make one mistake.
actually, no, I didn't.
Yeah, it's because it's who you are.
There's
I didn't know
a thing called
any
DBM. That's
either.
great.
Rem, that's who you are. You don't make mistakes.
Oh, here we fucking
You don't
go.
make
I
mistakes.
mean, you're not wrong. So.
But my very heated rant, guys, was just I wasn't really that upset. I just wanted to get everybody's attention. But really, I am a little sad.
Liar.
I am a little sad about the week that I had with
Your group can change as far as personalities from LFR to LFR.
Make LFR great again, guys.
90% of
kidding.
it was crap. There was one LFR that was fun, and there was a demon hunter who was telling jokes the whole time, and they were really awful jokes, and it reminded me of Rem, and it was just, the guy was just great. And then
Wow, that's
when people weren't like laughing at his joke, he was like, wow, tough crowd, and like I appreciated that he, that back and forth or whatever. So it was.
We got to work on your material in the LFRs for when you get to a big raid, and you want
I usually just say a bunch of random dumb shit and make inappropriate.
It's every day.
I make inappropriate sexual jokes in raid because that's my
healthy.
contribution
It's healthy.
to society.
Yeah.
Right? You should contribute something, and that's the way I contribute. So, but
good.
all in all, my leveling and all that was great. It was just those experiences. So I wanted, if you're one of those people that gets on and you think you're anonymous, right? I'm gonna find you. So if you're being a dick, I'm going to write your name down. Because I took screenshots of every person that was in those runs with me. And I'm going to know, okay? I'm going to stalk you. Just kidding. That's illegal.
Calm down, Liam Belson.
I know, it's illegal. No karma, guys.
Hilarious.
Karma. You know that legendary that you've been trying to get? You ain't going to get it because you're being a dick. Okay?
Ooh, that's right.
But Jim is going to get another one.
This next week, though, Bell's Bites is going to be PvP because it's going to be a Wrathy Blizzard, and I'm fucking stoked. So, yeah. Exciting stuff. So that's
I wish they
had.
could do like alliance versus alliance. That'd actually be kind of cool.
Interesting. Huh. That's actually quite interesting.
I don't know why they haven't done it.
Huh. I wonder
You're
who's
welcome.
on their agenda.
Thanks, Blizzard.
Oh, no,
I'm full of all these ideas.
If you're listening, Alliance versus Alliance, Horde versus Horde.
Yep.
Because that changes a lot.
I think so.
Really does.
I really think so. I don't know if Rem's being serious or not.
He's not. He's making fun of you both.
Why? I think it would be awesome. I think
He
it'd
didn't
be
say
awesome.
that it wouldn't be awesome.
We could
He
have
just-
just a friendly competition between my fellow brothers in blue versus.
Yeah, you sit there and dance with them, and they kill you. Because red is dead.
Okay.
I have another rant about leveling and Horde
Let's hear
coming in and during my
Killing you,
leveling.
yes.
No,
Oh.
coming in.
No,
and,
the issue is Bell needs to get good and tag.
So
Tag.
when you're in a spot and there's a big area, right? So there's usually you in a spot, and I'll take up like a little corner of that area, whether it's a mob or something I have to gather, whatever. I just take the little corner. That way there's enough space for everybody. So the Horde will be on one side doing their thing. They won't have no more mobs over there, so they come over there and they start tagging your shit.
Yep.
I have never in my life ever wanted to physically jump through a computer screen and lay hands on someone like I have during these world quests and this leveling recently because of how inconsiderate the other faction is. Now, I'm sure this happens. I'm sure Alliance does this to Horde, guys. I'm not saying this is just
I do it all
Horde
the time.
Alliance. I'm sure. I'm pretty aware of that, though. Like, I try to be really aware. If I see a Horde over there in their spot, I do my best to stay away from there unless I have no choice, right? But no, that's not bullshit. Unless you come over and you start fucking with my shit, I'm going to come and tag every single thing you're trying to kill because I'm bitter like that. But I just think, it made me think. Why do we do this, right? Why do Alliance people do it to Horde? Why do Horde do it to Alliance? Well, because there's no... What's anybody going to do about it? They can't communicate with each other. In that anonymity, they don't have to be concerned with pissing
That was
you
a
off.
big word for you.
But I'm saying they don't have to be...
Yeah.
Yes, they can send you a mean in-game mail. Like, they can write you a mean letter. Like, that's the extent of what that can be done. There's nothing else that can be done in that regard. That because of that anonymity, there's no fear there of hurting someone's feelings or having them call you out per se, right? Like, there's no issue with that. So why do we have to be a dick because no one's watching? Like, when no one's watching, that's when you should be the good person, because that's when it really matters, right? Like, I don't understand. I just don't understand this kind of behavior in people. It's only been since I've been doing so much content that stuff is just really like, what? Why do people do that?
Okay, so my opinion on that is CRZ pretty much killed that as well. Because I remember during Wrath, you would see, that guy's name, his guild. And
I agree. There's another sense of anonymity
roll up
there
on
because
them,
you don't know.
Yeah, you roll up them on Rolled PvP, and I remember his name to this day. Bleeding Hollow. I was Horde at the time. Ray's Days, Human Death Knight. He was a Toad.
A toad?
Toad
You
and a
might be
Chode.
right, because I don't remember it happening
Because
in excess like it is now.
There was, like, you could either know who they were from the forums, or you would ask and trade and be like, oh yeah, I know that guy because we playing against each other for like the past year. You make feuds, and that's part of the fun that I had during PvP. That's actually when I started to miss World PvP, was when they just had CRZ.
I did have a couple good groups of... I'm not going to just say Horde because I don't want anybody thinking I'm attacking the Horde per se. Like, I said the word fuck Horde probably 40 times this week, but I didn't really mean it in the sense it just frustrated me because it's an opposing faction at this point. But I did have a couple good groups of Hordes that would, they would stay in their little corner and we would stay, in ours doing whatever world quest, and we respected that boundary. Like, I completely respected that boundary. We would share the big mobs, the wanted mobs, like the one guy kills.
The Horde and Alliance don't like each other.
I agree, but like...
I know what you're saying. A lot of people are just trying to get those quests done as quick as possible.
At the cost of just being an ass? To me, it's the equivalent of the person that shoves you when they're running through a door or walking through a door. It's the equivalent of somebody that bumps you and knocks shit out of your hand because they're in such a fucking hurry that they don't see that there's other people in the world besides them. To me, it's that same... Right. To me, that's how it feels in real life. I get just as frustrated when somebody comes and grabs something of mine that you physically see me standing literally right here on top of it. I'm on top of it. I don't understand what are you confused about? You don't see me standing here? I'm a giant fucking human. I don't understand what you don't see. But to me, it's that I feel just as jaded as I do when somebody bumps into me. Not even that somebody bumps into you when they don't apologize. When they bump into you and then they look at you like you did something, like it's your fault.
So did.
So anyway, in that very long-winded Bell's Bites, I just would like us to love each other more. I just wish we would love each other more and be more considerate in game. If you're in a hurry, that's fine. I totally understand. But if you could just be more considerate to people in game and just remember that there are people behind the keyboards. Now, while it's not me particularly because I don't have feelings, it just makes me rage and I want to set people on fire. And I don't like feeling that way. So,
I think you're not alone in feeling that way.
Yeah, people are probably going to be like, wow, Belle is really upset. Yeah, Belle's really upset. When you piss me off and I'm medicated, guys... I was fine wiping 20 times and like you have to really, really make me mad. So, oops, sorry about that, guys. That was an accident. I mispushed on my bottle. So, Jimma, switching gears, what did you do this week in World of Warcraft? You got a legendary and
I did. That was so good. Well, yeah, in Warcraft
I got it was karma, right? Good karma?
Karma, I feel that way. I feel like I know there's not actual. I don't know. I believe in karma a little bit, and I don't just like give to receive because that's still.
Bro.
But yeah, I got a DPS legendary chest, and that was really cool because I'm really struggling with my DPS. Sometimes we've got a raid night, 2 nights or 1 night out of the week, and sometimes we're full on healers, so I've been switching to DPS, and my DPS isn't so good. So I definitely needed the legendary, and I remember someone saying that was a bad one, but it turns out it's the second best, and you could argue it's the first best for for Windwalker. So that was cool. What else did I do? I did some Mythic Pluses, which was cool, with some guildies. I got the Legendary. I put ... because karma. I did some Brawlers Guild. I just keep dying on this one fight. I haven't tried it since the other day. It's kind of easy, but annoying.
It's okay to die on the bear fight. I mean, it is the first one, but it's okay.
No, it's like the Pac-Man one. It's almost like you're.
I love
what you're talking about.
one.
But as a melee, it's a little different, and it's not hard. But I'm
Now
just
you can do it because you have your.
It's all full of interrupts, dude.
But you
Interrupts.
can't really do that because when you're moving, you can't really crackling Jade Lightning while you're doing that because it forces you to move like you're moving. I don't know. It's kind of annoying, but it's. I think I'm dying because I'm bad and I need to just go back. And yeah, I just did some raiding on my 2 nights and I had a fun week. Not as many hours as I'd like, but I still got some stuff done and.
Sounds good.
Nice.
Yeah, it's fun.
I
yeah.
just want to tell you that I do give to receive. So
That's good.
so we've
Bet
planned
you
that out.
do.
Like I just want you guys to be aware. Don't make this weird. Like it just
Right.
It's already weird. It's fine.
just want you guys to know that I do
You right.
give to
It's
receive.
true. You should.
I was thinking about that the entire time you were talking. I wanted to make sure
That's so
that I
funny.
disclaimed it. I know you two boys down at the bottom are the same. So
I love giving.
You're a giver, are you?
I'm a giver, all
he's
right.
not even particular in the way he gives either. So
You're just gonna get it.
You're gonna get sauced regardless.
get him on that hotline bling, guys. I don't know what just happened, and I don't really mind.
You started it.
So I did. I
It's
opened
fine.
that can of worms. It was completely my fault. Secret, what did you do this week in World of Warcraft besides spread your sauce on people, apparently?
It's not a game.
Ow.
This week in a while, just a lot of mythics. Cleared, just normal again. Tomb, which is cool. So last week, since I wasn't on the show, I actually had a good week, and I'll just go into that really quick. I was on my shaman and just running LFR just for laughs and stuff. But I met a really cool shaman, elemental shaman, that was doing close to 2 mil damage, which was really, really gnarly because I've always liked elemental, and it's always been nerfed really bad, and it's going to get nerfed again relatively soon. But it's nothing to not be expected. Scorn, forgot what server they were from, but really they talked to me for like an extra 30 minutes even after LFR and talked to me about like gear and legendaries and stuff like that. So great person, super friendly, B-tagged me. So it was really nice. And like in terms of what happened to you this week, Belle, like I had a really good experience last week in terms of LFR, but it's kind of funny that you brought up the whole not getting to res because that shit's happened to me too. And thanks to Ghost Wolf, I kind of got there a little faster, but still it is annoying, but it's something it's going to continue to be a problem regardless of how we look at it. So, I don't know. I'm looking forward to tonight in WoW. Maybe we could do another 4-man, guild thing, unless you guys are going to go to bed, but who knows?
Oh, good. That sounds like a good week.
Yeah. So that's my week.
I was going to say something and I completely lost
Good job.
it.
I can tell. You're welcome.
Look how my eyes are glazing over. I'm really tired. I got up really early this morning.
That's cool.
I like that I've seen you on a lot more, which I think is good.
Yeah.
I think you're starting to have like more times of being able to play, which is kind of cool.
It's kind of like
And it's sporadic, right? Like it's just random as shit.
doing WoW, but at the same time, like I don't want to say I'm getting bored, but I'm in the middle between like bored and still playing. So that's kind of why I've been on other Blizzard games too, just to kind of.
That's when I start leveling or working on alt stuff or just doing something that's not my normal routine, just to kind of break it up.
That's killing me too, and I have like, that's why I've been playing a lot of heroes lately.
I don't know, Bo. Maybe our house is burned down in The Sims, so.
I haven't been on there in a while. I've been so WoW focused that I haven't done any other. I keep wanting to. I honestly don't play other video games because I need a break from World of Warcraft. I play other video games because I need a break from people. Sometimes I just need to unplug, and it is the life of a guild master to be busy, and I don't mind. 100% don't mind, but sometimes it's nice to not have 40 million whispers and 20 million in-game meals, and sometimes it's just nice to just veg out with Netflix and just do something where people PM me. I could just chill. I mean, they could private message me on Facebook, but sometimes it's just nice to have something that's just me and just go on there and do my thing and not, like, that's what Minecraft used to be. It's just me to go into Minecraft, just do something. But it's never because I'm bored with WoW, ever.
I mean, it'd almost be useful for them to actually go through with the offline mode.
I know, right?
I know. But it wouldn't work because the guildies would still see me online. Yeah. But I also understand that there's a lot of people that do get bored with WoW. Like, especially after they've done so much content. I've never been one of those people, but I totally get that there are people that do that.
Well, early on, it felt like Sauce was playing the most alts early on. I'm not saying that's true.
No,
but
he was doing the most.
It felt like he was just like, oh, I didn't play that much WoW. And then he's like, I did. He's like, I did this. I'm like, that sounds like a lot of WoW.
There was. And then it's not much now.
Yeah, right. Well, you've done it all.
Yeah. Well, that's all right, though. I think
it's
you need a break from your main game, so you play another game to get a break from your main game, which...
Yeah.
It's like a vacation from your vacation.
It's like my side bitch.
Right? God damn it.
Straight facts.
Mm-hmm.
Man, hold on. I just need a second to recover. Just give me a second, and it's going to be just fine. I'm a professional, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Rem, what did you do this week in World of Warcraft?
I did a lot.
Tell us more.
Tell us what you've won,
I didn't get a Mythic 10 on the Shaman. I got a Mythic 9, but I did a lot of Mythics with Zur and Kalen, and I did miscellaneous Mythics with the guildies to help them with their quests and all that good stuff. LFR blessed me with some tier finally on the Priest and the Shaman. Not the Paladin, because, why
give you anything? Yeah.
But no, I did a lot of. I finally caught up on the world quest on like the alts of the alts, like my monk and stuff, to get them ready for Broken Shore, because they were sitting at like 790 still. So bad time.
Some people carry through some mythics, man.
So coincidentally, I started leveling the rogue a couple weeks ago, and
he copied me. Kay, he copied me.
No,
he did.
Actually, no. I had the rogue sitting there, and I decided to play it, and I was like, oh,
why don't you just say we're friends and you wanted to level a rogue too? Why can't you just be honest with people?
You know what? Fine. I'm going to level my mage, okay? But no, a lot of LFR and Mythics. I didn't get enough time out of work to do fun runs and all that, but I did a lot of stuff.
There you go. That works.
Mostly alts.
What level is your rogue anyways, Bill?
Oh,
51, I think, as of last night.
Cool. I got a 64
what level's
one.
Your rogue?
46.
Yours is 46?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
He was doing dungeons. I actually do enjoy the questing, except the zone I'm in right now. I don't...
No, so the problem with the heirlooms, I have all the heirlooms you can get for the percentage, so I out-level the zone. I have to skip it like halfway through, and that's annoying to me. So I sit there in the queue with Netflix or another game on, so...
Yeah, no, I just do stuff. But different strokes.
That's that gamer life.
For
different folks.
Yeah, it's different styles of play and the way that you enjoy playing them. I map hop a lot, and I've leveled so many characters that I know, like, I usually know, okay, I'm at this level now, I need to go to the next zone. Like, I don't even wait for the quest that takes me there, I just handle my business.
She doesn't know what zone, but she knows you know.
Although, Rem, I needed help, and he told me that, like, I thought he was logging in to give me directions. Apparently, he said he was logging in to take me to some flight points so that I didn't have to try to figure out how to hop over a fucking mountain. So he logs in, invites me to a group, then leaves, and I'm like, I thought you were gonna fly me to the flight path, and he was like,
I told her I was gonna fly her to where she needed to go because she was lost. I get there, she's like, oh, I'm flying to Stormwind on the flight path. I was like, okay, fine. So I logged out.
For the record, I wasn't lost, guys. I just didn't know how to get through the mountain. So it wasn't necessarily lost. It was just trying to get from A to B. Then I had to be reminded that you had to go through Black Rock Mountain to get to Searing Gorge.
Why you gotta make Rem mad like that, Belle? He's so mad.
So I did not hear him when he said he was going to help me, and I did. I jumped on a flight path to Stormwind. I don't remember why I wanted to go to Stormwind.
It was like the second I landed, and I was like, where are you going? Like, oh, I'm going to Stormwind.
You two need a break.
Okay. Well, we took a break. We didn't really game together this week. We just did. I mean, we were on in game. But we just did separate stuff, and we just like hung out in Zoom or whatever. So my week in WoW, I'm not going to talk too much about my week in WoW because I went on my very lengthy rant and I feel like people don't want to hear my voice anymore. So I did a lot of stuff on alts. I ran a ton of Mythics this week on my healer and on Bell. So I'm excited to see what's in my chest. I think we did up to a 10.
Yeah, we didn't die, so kudos on that healing.
It was good. Like, I enjoyed being able to, it felt, my husband made a comment and he was like, it's been really nice to see you, like, get on and actually play with your guild instead of having to get on and do GM stuff or having to get on and do PWNCAST stuff, or like it was really nice to see your guild private message you on Facebook to tell you it's time to do stuff, and then like everybody like waited for you to get on and do it. It was really nice to see that. And he's right. It's been a really long time since I've been able to have the time to just do stuff with my guild, you know, on a pretty consistent basis where I was able to kind of like, oh, I got Mythics with this group tonight. So it was really nice. I quite enjoyed being able to do that and plan on putting that as part of my weekly stuff to just make sure a couple nights a week that I give some time to the guildies. And then over the weekend, I was on one with all the GM administration stuff. Like, I got it all done Saturday. We got all the Mythics on for the daily Mythics for the officers. Events scheduled. Like, I have just been on the ball pretty much all the way around. And I attribute that to my week's rest of just being a bum and not doing, you know, the husband kind of took care of the stuff around the house while I was a bum. So it was a nice reset, a nice respite, as one of those guys in the Inquisitor says in Tomb of Sargeras, which is really weird because I've been hearing that word since I heard it in Raid. I've heard it like 30 million times in real life, which is kind of weird. So yeah, my week was pretty full of stuff. Been very, very happy with the stuff that I've been doing. I played more WoW in this last week than I have I just was on a lot doing stuff. So
you're saying you had a good respite this week?
I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Good job, Ren. Good job.
I know you were telling a joke, but I feel super awkward because I want to laugh, but I feel like it's too late.
It's relief for rest.
I feel like we've missed the opportunity to help make that funny.
It wasn't a joke. You just said it, the word, so I was repeating it.
You did not say the same word I said.
You just said
No,
it.
I did not mispronounce it because I said exactly the word. See, guys, you only see part of this situation between Tina and I, okay? You only see...
But you also saw
the
how
times he makes me emotionally...
when I was trying to help her, so...
I can't wait for him to move here so I could egg his house every day. Like, I am so excited.
I might be living there too, so...
I'll only egg his half. I got you. Just his half. You don't gotta worry about nothing. I got you.
I think you guys just need to...
My half. The whole thing is my half.
For those of you that are interested, the Timmy excavation site is... Today was the first day I actually noticed the swelling going down. It's been swollen this whole time. Today's the actual day where I can feel a visible difference in my muscle. So I had a mini meltdown yesterday where I was very dramatic and I was like, this thing's just going to be swollen for 2 months, and I'm just like having a fit, just throwing a pity party. So I go to some forums for my surgery, and some people were like, I've had it for 2 months, it's been swollen, like all this. So I completely panicked myself. So the thing is, they had to do a lot of work in there to repair the damage that Timmy did. So with that, there's muscle that has to fix itself. I guess I'm gonna have to do like exercises to get my
shoulder shrugs.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to do stuff in my neck to be able to like do other stuff, and it could still be a couple months for my nerves. Like, it's numb. Right here's numb. Like, all right here, this is all numb.
You look like an idiot.
I know I'm touching my skin because my body is smart, and like my mind is telling me that I'm touching it, but I can't. I'm pinching. I feel nothing. Like,
SMRT.
There's nothing. I'm completely numb, and I guess that's normal. Sometimes people are numb for like 6 months, which is weird. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm just trying to explain my medical situation. I feel like this whole evening has just been you guys' secret fucking jokes. Okay. Oh my god, what?
I've become so numb, I can't.
No, please don't. I really can't. I
Oh
cannot.
my god.
Emotionally, I cannot take that.
My
Well,
bad.
Timmy's not
literally,
calling you
like,
again anymore.
me and my husband have been on the edge all week of just like legit tears. It was a pretty R.I.P. Chester. That was pretty. It's been a pretty rough week. We don't get affected by celebrities much, but it's a tough one.
Guess they won't be at BlizzCon.
Oh, god damn it. Almost as bad as Paul Walker. Like, when Paul Walker died, I was pretty devastated. So
that was my homie. I feel bad about that. RIP.
yeah, so there was a tough week for me on that regard.
It's been a long...
I can't even deal with you fuckers right now. Guys, I'm going to end the show because these guys are chodes.
Can I get an encore?
I'll
Do you
tell
want
you
more?
I'm going to mute all
about
of
it
you.
when
Listen.
again.
I muted them because they don't deserve to continue to talk because they are just... I have to take a stand as the only woman on this show. Like, I have to stand up for myself. These guys are bullies. Somebody help me. Just kidding. I'm going to unmute them. All right, guys. So that's the show.
No, go back to muting me because I was going to write something.
I think we had a really, really good show. I'm really happy with the information that we provided. Me and Rem will be spending the weekend, and probably not if he works Saturday. We're going to be spending the weekend in PTR doing some things, right, Rem?
Yeah, we're going to be one step closer to 7.3.
I'm seriously going to boot you from this call. Like, I'm not even joking. Not even joking. We're going to go ahead and get the hell out on here. I don't know what they're doing. They've hurt my feelings yet again, guys. I'm really...
I had to mute myself. I was laughing so hard.
These guys are dicks.
You
Does
can't
anybody want to start a podcast with me and I can just, like, maybe you'll be nice to me on your show? If anybody wants me on their show that's going to be nice to me, I would love to be on your show. If you want to be nice to me and not be mean to me. We are going to get the hell out of here, guys. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. I'm muting you. Dick. Make sure you subscribe. Give the video a thumbs up if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're not watching it on YouTube, make sure you send the show an email and let us know how we're doing. Make sure you follow Jimma Banks on Twitter at Jimma Banks. Make sure you also follow him on Snapchat at Jimma Banks. Follow Secret Sauce at Secret Sauce 101. Make sure you also follow him on Snapchat at Secret Sauce 101. Make sure you follow Rem. He is at remedies_pwnecast for Twitter. And for Snapchat, he is at remedieszen. And as always, you can find me on Twitter at BellaPwnecast. And you can find me on Snapchat at SamanthaIsIt. Spoiler alert, that is my real name. Guys? Guys?
Yes.
I've unmuted for 1 second long enough for you guys to say
Thank
goodbye.
Can I get an encore?
I cannot. We're out of here,
Cookie
guys. Go in the outro. Bye.
I'm sorry for what I've done.
No, you guys really hurt my feelings. Guys, that's very upsetting. What? Fucking A. I need to go back to being medicated.
Let's do it.
Guys, I'm very sad right now.
I'm sad you're sad.
You're sad I'm sad?
I'm sad that I'm sad because you're sad.
Well, listen, I think we had a really great show.
You're good. Yeah.
I think so too.
I think it was good. We need more. I need more action figures on my desk. I feel like I don't have enough decoration, right? Like maybe a Barbie or something. Just
In other news,